Oh, hello everyone and welcome back to Rising Angels Reborn. When we last left off, we got confessed to Zuri. I thought I got the good ending, but apparently we've got another ending. I don't know, is this even the ending? I have no clue. Staddy, what have you done? Natalie, you're alright. I think I might need to see a doctor after all this. I can't imagine constant blows to the head is good for my health. I need to see a doctor before that and send him to the hospital. How dare he attack you? It was just a sneak attack, no less. It was a sneak attack, no less. He got you? The commander got me with a sedative, fighting with drugs. That's unfair and dishonorable. What happened? I couldn't really focus, but she mentioned something about stopping you from destroying the universe. She thinks I'm trying to destroy it. I overthrew her and used a potential weapon as a power source. I can see why she might think that, no matter how incorrect it may be. But how did they escape? You locked them up and revoked their access. I don't know. They should be as trapped as we are. You two are a pair of idiots if you can't figure out how they pulled it off. Kika, where are you? Next to you. I've been trying to take a nap, but that damn banging kept me up. I glance under the bed and see a small vent linking the rooms. If the door would just open, I wouldn't have to keep trying to knock it down. Idiot, you aren't going to be able to get out that way. And how did they get out? Who in the crew thinks we did the wrong thing, is being manipulated by pervy doctor, and has computer access? Oh my god, is it Alfonso? Kylie. Oh, damn it. Kylie. She took the initiative to do this. With some motivation, but I know she did it. Little midget tripped me up when I was trying to talk to you after you ran off. Our lovely commander then decided to arrest me as well. But Kylie, she's an innocent. She wouldn't help them. You underestimated her. Kylie might be a shade dim and clumsy, but she's dangerous. Look, we need to have a group meeting and talk this out. We did what we had to do. They escalated, and now we have to de-escalate it before this ends with us in prison. Computer, unlock the door. Door is currently in maintenance mode. Please authenticate to unlock. Major Natalie Xaydam, Special in Investigations and Tactics. User not recognized. Fuck you. What? Unable to connect to external authentication database. Currently using internal authentication database. Unlock it. Lieutenant Zuri, Security Officer. User lacks privilege mode. User access limited to user level. You both think that they wouldn't have thought about that already? The only person who's privileged access she can't tamper with is Souls, because he's currently the shipmaster. Then call up Soul and get him to unlock the door. I already tried. It must have gone to him already. He's alright, right? I thought losing a friend to this madness hurts more than my head. I need to do something. Don't worry. Rizona would rather bring him up on charges than hurt him. Soul has to suffer again because of me. Hey, I'm currently suffering because of you. Feel bad for me. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, don't. You're making me feel bad now. I'm not going to just sit here. Let me out. Stop banging your tail against the doors. It's driving me crazy. She's right. Banging your tail against the door isn't going to get us through it. It makes me feel better, though. What we need is a plan, and quickly. Give me a second. I couldn't think of anything. Time to see if I can put some of those special tactics to use. Okay, let's review the situation. The door is locked and there are no other exits. There are some ventilation grates between the rooms to help ease airflow, but they aren't nearly big enough to fit through. The computer isn't recognizing my privileges because Kylie took the external database module offline. I'd have to be able to get to it to turn it back on. Attempts to call Soul aren't going anywhere. Odds are that after they took us out, They jumped the bridge. So would likely do whatever it took to defend the bridge. He's probably out of commission. I refuse to think that he may have been killed. Zuri, are there any weak points on the door's walls? Or walls? I was looking, but they all seem sturdy. They'd have to be. We don't want to shake ourselves apart during shift. The door lock. That's the only weak point in this whole situation. Zuri, can you get this panel off so I can get to the wiring? Roger. If you start tampering with the lock, you're going to trip the central computer. Do you still have Zuri's datapad? Yes, so... The software I use to translate the photo as an authentication database. If I hardwire a bypass, I should be able to trick the door lock into thinking that it is communicating with the central server. Which would give you the authority to remove the door from maintenance mode. Not bad though, I see a problem with it. What's that? You'd have to leave the datapad behind. If you pulled it to try and bust me out, the computer would notice that the door wasn't secured anymore and might put out an alert. We'd have to leave you behind. As much as I'd rather be the one to be freed, you need Zuri's strength more than you need my brilliancy. Here. Through one of the gaps in the ventilation slides the worn datapad and my tool to freedom. The panel is off. Good. Let me get to working on setting this up. What are we going to do after we open the door? We need a plan. Duh! Get to the bridge. We take the ship from under the we take the ship from the mutineers. Who? The mutineers? Or them mutineers? Us the mutineers or them the mutineers? Them! I run the connector wire to the external junction port. Finally something we practiced in signal training and has some practical use. I should have laughed at the instructors so much. I shouldn't. Running security program and computer. Unlock this door for maintenance mode. Please authenticate to unlock. Major Natalie Xaydam. Special investigations and tactics. User verified. Returning door to normal operations. Kika, we're going to retake the ship. Wake me up when you do it. Stay behind me. I'll protect you. I'm in good hands. Let's go. Oh! We move as fast as our stealth will take us. That's someone getting the jump on us once Zuri has shifted herself into high alert. Every crack shifts her steps. Once again, the physical side of things hinders me. I know the layout of the ship well enough to know where we are likely to get jumped, but an ambusher is going to hear my boots clanging. Stop! Zuri hisses sharply and I immediately stop moving. We're almost at the bridge now, just outside the lounge. Oh god, that smiling Hobbin. I glance around the corner and see a very relaxed Kylie gathering up some of the remaining bottled beverages to take to the bridge. She can't hold onto all of them. She's going to be there for a while. This is the only way to the bridge. We are going to have to get past her without her raising an alarm. What do you want me to do? We're going to have to take her out quickly and quietly. Do we have to? Kylie was always really nice to me and she's so adorable. I don't want to kill her either. Can you think of a way to just get her out of our way for a while? Got it. Stand back. In a blink of an eye, Zuri is blitzing towards the unsuspected Kylie. My request that she remain silent seems to have gone to the wayside and her boots might as well be ringing gongs. Gotcha! Huh? What? With a swift motion, Zuri grabs the frozen Hobbin by the scuff of her collar and puts her straight into the lounge. And punts her straight into the lounge. What? As soon as the failing Kylie clears the door, Zuri finishes it up with a spin, smashing her tail against the door controls. Hehe, I've always wanted to boot the Hobbin. What did I say about stealth? Meh, I thought being quick would be easier. Let's go to the bridge before Rizona or the doctor comes to investigate. With the utmost delicacy, we slowly creep into the bridge. Nobody was paying attention to the door, except Commander Arizona lay next to the door. A pool of blood surrounds her body, a clean bullet hole having torn through her face. My stomach feels queasy and I turn away. I knew Sol wouldn't surrender, but seeing her dead? Commander... Oh, well, she never liked me anyway. What happened? I'm not going to ask you again. Hand over the command console. Come on, we need to get closer. Holy shit! Hand over the code now. Do you want to end up the same way as the commander? Ah shit, Master, you must understand that I'm unable to surrender this ship to mutiny. Do you want to die? Is that it? You kill me, you can't change course or regain control over the security systems. You're not stupid enough to try, mongrel. Do you know what awaits you at our destination? Give me the ship and the crystal. If you come with me, you might spend more of your life outside the jail cell. I've done nothing wrong. You're a murderer. Self-defense, just like when I killed you. The only person who is going to die is you, should you not surrender. Then we are at an impasse. You arrogant, racist prick. Zuri, you need to do something. You're right. As mean as he is to me, I don't want Sol to die. Besides, he's your friend. I don't want to see you cry. Thanks, Zuri. Fine. You don't want to talk? How about I give you some proper motivation? Stan pulls the gun away from Sol and levels it straight toward my hiding spot. Crap! How about I kill your little crush? Maybe you'll be more receptive then. Move! My body feels like it was hit by a train as Zuri grabs me and dives for the cover of the navigator's controls. I can hear the telling zing of a near miss from the shots being fired at us. Followed by a cry of pain from Zuri, hatred and anger rip from my heart with more ferocity than any bullet. I hear a meaty thud, followed by the clank of metal hitting metal. Okay. I glance out of my cover for a second and see Sol on top of Stan, fists swinging. Not knowing what sort of state Zuri is in, I know that I'm going to have to leap into action. The pistol is mere feet from me, and in my hands a second later. Freeze! Zuri's okay! Oh, I'm happy. The pair of fighters stop struggling, Sol pulling away from a fearful Stan. Zuri, are you alright? Yeah, he just grazed my tail. The doctor is a bad shot. Of course I am. I'm not a monster. I'm not a murderer, like our executive officer. I warned her that if she attempted to take the ship by force, I would be forced to defend myself. All we have ever tried to do, Natalie, is help protect everyone. Don't you see where this madness is taking you? A warrior of Kataji is dead because of you. Because of... I'm the one who has Arizona's blood on my hands. Protecting the crystal, protecting your little girlfriend. Watch out, Natalie. Kylie is out there. How are you taken care of? Cold, uncaring monsters. We just threw her in the lounge and broke the controls. Was it you? Was it you who broke my datapad? Destroyed my research material and all those hours I put into Viscount Tales? What's that? An awesome role-playing game. It's more than just puzzle games. You care more about your game than the people of the universe. I level the gun perfectly between his eyes. It was I. Oh, it was him! You've been working with the Ratlins, haven't you? They offered me a lucrative deal to forward your operations. How much money is it worth to sell out your nation, you horned devil? Enough that we could live as kings and queens on our own planet. Wouldn't that be perfect? You could trade that crystal away for more money than you have ever dreamed of. We are warriors. We don't compromise our honor to protect the innocent for personal gain. We are professionals. We do our duty, something you never quite understood. Oh, I'm back. You think this will end here? Do you think I've made it this far without help? If I go down, you all are going down with me. Heh, now you are just proving how stupid you are. What do you mean? Do you think after you tried to kill us several times that we are going to let you walk away after you nearly killed Faye? Nearly killed? Oh no, your precious wolf isn't going to survive the month. Her internal organs are already tearing themselves apart! Oh? Heh, she's as good as dead. You tried to kill Natalie. I can never forgive you. Ah, the useless one talks. The leech of the group. Leave her alone! Don't listen to him, Zuri. All you can ever do is survive under the protection of your betters. Why don't you take that weapon away from the Major, and I show you who the better one here is? Drop dead. All of the crimes you've committed, nobody would have been put in danger if we have had the information from the start. Sky there, buddy. If I let him go, he'll probably escape justice again. I can end his smuggling, his villainy right here, right now. I can ensure he will never pose a threat to the directorship again. So, for Faye's sake, kill the bastard. Zuri, he tried to kill you. I can't forgive that, but I do it. Okay, enough of this charade. Lock me back up again. What charade? Today you pay for your crimes. I am unarmed and have surrendered. You can't do it. Isn't it the Ceto way to try and bring suspects in alive? I know more, but I'm not talking. Well, get it from Kylie. Stop this. Stop this madness. Siri, you know this is wrong. Didn't you swear to protect the weak? How could I be weaker? I'm not gonna kill him. Finish him, Natalie. End this. I'm not gonna kill him. As long as we can lock him away, then I'm fine. I mean, I'm not gonna be shown as the monster here that they made me out to be. There is only one sure way to make sure you see justice. Wait, please, I don't want to die. Neither does Captain Moonfellow. Please. That is why you are going to be held for treason in the capital. Let them send you to hell you so rightfully deserve. To the hell you so rightfully deserve. Natalie! I don't want this worthless man's blood on my hands. Consider yourself lucky, Colonel. That Natalie is a better person than I. Let's take him back to his room, Zuri. Okay! So, could you take ownership for what I was supposed to do? Certainly. I'll take the body back to the engineering bay until we can get a proper honor guard here. So, I wish you hadn't killed her. I wish the same, but I was not going to relinquish my duty to you so easily. When the courts judge what you have done here, you'll wish you had just died out in space. You would have died right alongside me. Would I? Yeah, because nobody would have been left to stop me from ending your miserable existence. Your buddy wouldn't have arrived in time to save you. I'm ready to return to my room. All secure. I'm such a failure. Some warrior I am. It's my fault. I didn't think that Kylie would rise against us. I thought she'd be upset, but remember her duties. Not that. I wasn't going to stop you. I was going to let you murder an unarmed foe who had surrendered. Well, we all get wrapped up in our emotions sometimes. I almost shot him myself. If I would have, I'm not sure how I would have lived with myself. He deserves justice, but that's why we have courts. That's why we have the legal system. If you don't believe the system works, it never will. You're a lot stronger than I. I'm such a coward. Would a coward have thrown herself in harm's way to protect me? Yeah, you saved us from a bullet wound. Come on, girl. I didn't even think. My body was moving before my brain realized what was going on. My body was frozen. If you hadn't done what you did, I would have died. But, Zuri, I owe my life to you. I owe it to you several times over. Even if you aren't the warrior you dream of being, you're still a heroic warrior to me. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful. It wasn't because I was a hero. It was because the thought of You dying before my eyes was more than I could take. You're a hero to me. The awkwardness is so thick that I am amazed it hasn't formed a cloud around us. I couldn't look her in the eyes. I feel her tail wrap around by my legs, her warmth breath on the side of my cheeks, the soft pressure of her lips on my face. My heart is beating harder than when I had a gun pointed at me. What is this? Why does my heart ache so? The moment seems to last forever, yet ended in a heartbeat. I'm not the warrior I want to be yet, but I know that as long as I have you to fight for, I can be there one day. Oh, this is just beautiful! Just like that, it is over. She steps back with a sheepish grin on her face. We probably should go let Kika out and check up on Faye. Faye's gonna die. Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. That picture was beautiful. But Faye's gonna die! Receiving tractor beam signals from the KSS Carpenter. They want to drag us back into station. Granted, it's over. We made it. The spirits have shown us the way home from our endeavour. Like we were going to die out there. Ha! One of us did, Kika. The commander should have just stayed safely in her room and let us fight it out with command. So she brought it upon herself. Well, that's true, that's kind of cold, Kika. Zuri! Stow it, Lieutenant Starr. Prepares for docking. How? I don't know. Look productive. We made it back. Soon I'll have to re-establish contact with command and tell them what happened. I'll have to hand over the key. Zuri's fears still haunt me. This rock indirectly led to the death of Commander Arizona. How many more deaths will it lead before everything is done? Zuri keeps glancing at me with worried eyes. Even though she isn't saying it, I know the worries run through her mind. The warrior wants it smashed into a billion pieces. But I'm an officer in the Carthaginian directorship. I have to take responsibility for the mission. Nad, we need to talk. Stop trying to talk her out of it. I want us to destroy it as well. I just don't want to risk letting those with the wrong hands take it from us. I mean, logically, anyone would think to put it in the engines as a backup, and it worked. Can't we get a choice to destroy it instead of hand it over to command? Because that seems like a logical and reasonable choice to be presented with, and I'm going to destroy it. I just want... Oh yeah, I've read that. We know. You don't like this either, Soul. Why aren't you being a little more vocal about it with me? Because you're vocal enough for the two of us, Lizard Brain. Lightning knows my feelings on the matter. She doesn't need to keep hearing them. I don't know what I should do. Destroy it! Well, you have roughly 5 minutes before they pull us in. Add another 30 for them to replace our outbound communication crystals. Nat, I just want to say one last thing. I put my faith and trust in you when everything looked dark and bleak. If you trusted me, you'd do the same. Talk about putting on the heavy guilt hit! Those pleading eyes are looking for the reassurance of the bond between us. What do I do? What can I do? I'm going back to my room for a moment. I'll send Kika to retrieve you when we get docked up. Why me? Because I have to start getting the maintenance team working and the honor guard ready for Arizona. Not having radios is making things making this challenging. Whatever. Oh! Nat, I love you. Please be the warrior I know you are. Zuri, I need to go. Destroy it! That's so beautiful. My feet, unguided by my lost brain, take me to the site of my biggest folly. Just a few distant days ago, I put us a heartbeat away from death. In the corner, covered up by a clean black sheet, is the body of Vice Commander Arizona. I guess she would be the first casualty of my actions. My thoughts drift to our rattling trailers. Arizona probably isn't the only person I've killed. Odds are we fried their crystals when we started our engine up. Their friends and family will think that they'll be home one day. They have mothers just like me, who were hoping they'd be home for the holidays. I killed them all as well. Pulling myself into the engine, I see a small crystal that has caused so much pain. It is hard to imagine that such a small sparkly rock could do so much damage. If Kika transition was correct, it isn't even the worst piece of Earth. Out there is something that could do infinitely more damage. Zuri is right. Nobody should have that sort of power. Power corrupts, especially in ill-gained power. Though I trust my leaders to make the right decision. That body in the corner tells me. Everyone thinks they are doing the right thing. Everyone thinks what they are doing is for the good of those they represent. Is it my place to judge? To play judge? Yes! All I am is a major in the Space Force. I'm not a director in charge of one of the 15 sectors. I'm not the admiral of a fleet. I'm just a Xaydam. If I don't hand this dark crystal over, am I no different than Stan? If I don't follow my own laws, I'm nothing more than a traitor myself. But is doing the right thing worth taking that branding? The ship jostles as we make contact with the extension arm of the station. I'm out of time. I need to resolve my indecision and make the necessary choice. Yes! Keep the crystal. Why would we need to keep the crystal? Well, I'm not handing over the command. Keep the crystal. I can't. I just can't risk handing over something that could spell doom for billions. It would be irresponsible of me to trust that power to anyone. Even though my duty requires me to hand this stone over to my leadership, my duty to the people tells me that I cannot. My heart tells me that I need to be spurred into action. This crystal, this weapon, our civilization. I know so very little about any of this. Shut up, Jim. I know the what, but not the who, when, where, or how. If I blindly smash this crystal, I could destroy all hopes of understanding the truth. If I hand it over, I don't know what will happen. The only responsible thing to do as an officer of the people is to find out the truth for myself. Before anyone else has to pointlessly die, I need to find out the truth. I don't have much time. If I'm going to continue pursuing the truth, I will need to move quick. With Zona having already filed her report, as well as mine, they will expect to hear from me soon. They know I have it. There's also one thing I can do. I'll have to run. I'll have to throw away my commission, throw away the life I've known. I'll have to be a fugitive from the law I'm trying to protect. Oh no! A traitor! Not something minor like accepting a bribe, but a full-fledged AWOL deserter. If I do this, any hopes of fulfilling my dreams of being an admiral or shot. With a heavy heart, I picked up the crystal from the engine. There's no need to be safe now, just expedient. I slide it into a small carrying case of iron and stuff it in my pocket. I wish I could say goodbye to Zuri, to tell her that I'm putting my faith in her. I'm putting my faith in myself to find out the truth. I wish. No, this is a burden I have to carry alone. Putting myself in the gun sights of the law is one thing. I care for my protector. I don't want her to suffer for me anymore. Goodbye, Zuri. Oh, there you are. Sorry, I just wanted to look at the crystal again. Aha! Did you make up your mind? I'm going to take a moment, hit one of the burger places and think it over some more. So you're running? That obvious. I knew you were going to flee with the crystal. You think you're brilliant, but you're incredibly easy to read. Then you know why I'm doing this. Zuri might think that you do this to protect the innocent, but I know you better. This is something that you can't trust to others. This is something Natalie has to solve. Why can't it be both? Why can't it be both? I never said it wasn't. I just said which was the bigger factor. I should be going. Wait! Stop running off or interrupting me when I'm in mid-speech. If you know what I'm doing, you know I don't have the time. I knew what you were doing, so I wanted to wish you luck before you left. Huh? Even though I think you'd be better off getting help from the government, I can't help but want to root for you. You remind me a lot of me. And, well, I wish I could go with you. This is something I have to do alone. You're an idiot. At what point in your career did you ever do something alone and have overwhelming success? Even I'm not stupid enough to think I could do everything by myself. What an idiot. You're making me want to come with you even more now. How can I leave such an important task in your hands? But I don't want to give up my titles. I don't want to give up my inheritance. Everything that makes Kika Star amazing. Kika, you were amazing out there without any of that stuff. To throw it all away to chase you on an adventure that could end me in prison. End with me in prison. I just can't do it. You've already done more for me than I could ever ask for. We all owe our lives to you. I owe understanding as much as I owe to you. As I do to you. You've done your part. I can take it from here. I have to go. See ya. Wait! What's wrong? Be safe. Don't do anything stupid, alright? Idiotly. You have to solve this. I'm counting on you. I give her a wave, trying to keep a smile on my face. If I can barely say goodbye to Kika, how could I say it to Soul or Zuri? No. I need to go now. Oh, Jesus fucking hell. It's a bug flying past me. As I walk down the hall, I hastily consider my next move. The Marika Institute has to know more about this. There had to be a reason for the expedition in the first place. I can take a shuttle to unaligned space and then go from there. Celestia will be my first port of call. I have to hang up my uniform soon, but I want to wear it for now. Just a little longer. I'm really doing it. I'm really giving up on my dream for my duty. On my dreams for my duty. I guess I'm more of a warrior than a soldier now. Zuri, I feel so quiet without her here. Like I have to constantly watch over my shoulder for the security team that will try to arrest me. Just like that, I feel a hand clasp on my shoulder, causing me to jump and almost hit my head on the bulkhead. And where are you going? Zuri. I can't believe it. Kika told me what you were doing. I can't believe it. You were right, Zuri. I can't hand this crystal over, nor can I let this mystery be someone else's problem. I understood that. What didn't make sense is why you didn't tell me. I'm not dragging you into this, Zuri. I'm coming with you. Do you know what you're getting into? Oh, this is beautiful. Nope. Then, do you know what we are getting into? Yes. Wait, what? Yes. Then that's all I need to know. I'm becoming a wanted fugitive. I'm going to be chased by my former colleagues who may or may not attempt to kill me. I'm running off with a piece of a super weapon, attempting to find the other pieces. I have limited money, no idea where to find the other pieces, and the Ratlins are probably several steps ahead of me. Then why the hell do you want to come with me? No sane person would. We're a team, me and you. I have faith that what you are doing is for the good of the universe, so I have to help. Besides, when I said that I loved you, it didn't mean selectively. It didn't mean if you loved me back or only in the best of times. If anything, it means more now. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to stay by his... So I'm not going back. I'm going to stay by your side and do whatever I can to protect you. I might not be able to do much, but what little I can is yours. That's what being a warrior means. It means standing up for what you care about and fighting with all your strength. I don't want to be a warrior now to make up for a girl's death. I want to be one because I have something that I want to protect. Zuri, I wrap my arms around Zuri's waist, pulling her closer to me. Words escape me, but I hope my actions can speak louder. I know I'm not alone. With Zuri by my side, I'm safe. Both my heart and soul feel calm. Feel peaceful. Zuri, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Zuri pulls away, a sheepish grin on her face. You are. Could you go away for a bit? I told you it would have been hotter if we waited for a few more moments. Kika. Not enough. That's not... I mean... You get so spun up when it has to do with matters of the heart, Natalie. I totally should have taken a picture. What are you doing here? Do you think I'm letting one of my last remaining friends do this alone? Oh, this is beautiful. You need us. What about your wealth and status? There's always more money out there for the brilliant. But there is only one universe. That's not technically correct. Hush! It's the concept that matters. Besides, my friends are much more rare asset. Where's Ali? Alfonso? See? You're not alone, Nat. We all care for you. We're all here for you. Even Faye wanted to come with, but she's going to see a real doctor first. Everyone? I brushed the tears out of my eye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, this is beautiful! Even though I don't know what my future holds anymore, I know I'm not alone. Together we can stop this threat to the universe. We can make it a safe place again. Maybe this can be my dream. Maybe this can be my hope. For the future that awaits us, we go together. To be continued, N5, walking into the fog of the unknown. To be continued, what is this bullshit? And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Rising Angels Reborn. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and when I thought I was going to get a terribly bad ending, when I thought times were going to look dark for Natalie's death, as much as it sickens me to say it, the power of friendship overcame it, although I want to know what happened to Ali for Alfonso. But when all is said and done, a series must end. And although it was a to be continued, I think that this is a perfect way to end off. Friends rising against a corrupt government, taking a piece of a puzzle and finding the other pieces to prevent anyone else having such a great destructive weapon in their hands. I have been Xaydam, you have been my viewers, and let us all hope for Rising Angels 2. Stay tuned and be good.